Welcome back to another episode. Mario stuff is just
I'm kidding. That would be so fucking stupid. If what if we're during like a really emotional scene in a game? Like what if during the Joel scene in Last of Us 2, I just started beatboxing for no reason?
I mean, you could have done that, would have been the same.
Boots cutting. Oh boy. This is the last episode
Looking
of the
at just
day.
tweets that include Super Mario 3D All-Stars. When Super Mario 3D All-Stars launches next week, the Sunshine level won't have aged well. Corona Mountain.
Ha ha ha, oh my god, how do you become so funny? You must get bitches on your cock all the time.
Why did he go with the gold? Because of the stars?
I don't fucking... Can you quantify anything Nintendo does? How long have been people screaming about like, hey, can we get another Earthbound game? Can we get a fucking Mother game? Can we get another fucking F-Zero game? Can we get another blah 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 game? They're just like, no. Shitty online.
Why is Nintendo so bad at designing like stickers for their fucking controllers? I think that they did the same thing for Mario Odyssey.
I told you, I'm using the
like, bro.
GameCube controller right now. I like that it's matte. I just like a matte controller. I don't like glossy controllers. That shit gets your fingerprints. I just like a nice matte controller. Is that too hard to ask for?
Yes.
Like, isn't matte plastic cheaper?
So the spin button will just be a button on the for Galaxy.
Instead of shaking the Wiimote?
Yeah. So imagine you're playing on the fucking Switch and you just have to shake that shit every single time. I mean, you probably can shake it.
What the fuck?
I think it's an alternative. Will I buy this game? Who knows?
I already pre-ordered it, so
Yeah.
don't care.
The thing that doesn't sit right is just like the only extra content is just the soundtracks. No game artwork, no none of that, no like behind the scenes or anything. Documentary, like no interviews, like that's stuff that I would actually like want to see. But they just don't do that.
Like, I want to see the fucking hack, like, talking about, like, making that game, man. I want to see how he fucking thought of the, like, the N64 controller. Because that Shigeru Miyamoto made the N64 controller.
He don't care. He just does what he wants.
That man just vibes. Honestly.
Wah.
Honestly.
Me and my homies hate Bandit.
If we had more Shigeru Miyamotos in this world, there would be no poverty.
I'm looking at someone's mock-up of the content I like for the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Super Mario 64, improved visuals, HD resolution widescreen, remastered soundtrack, improved controllers and gameplay. With wall slide included.
Why?
Sunshine, improved visuals. What do you mean? It just upgrade.
But, like...
You sound like an old fucking fart going like, I just wish things would just stay the same.
No, that's not what I'm asking. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, why didn't he just say...
Things were better off when we were still having them work
fucking
on the farms.
fan!
You're just a racist.
It was like the most fucking... It was like the most out-of-pocket thing you could have said. Like, of all the things you could have insulted, you had to choose racist.
Alright. Sunshine.
No.
wait,
What I was gonna say, why didn't they just say remake? Like, all these things are like improved visuals, HD graphic, a remake. You want a remake? It's like the people like, I want
I mean, I don't think they mean like change everything. They just want
I want a female who will love me for
HD
truly who
resolution.
I am. A girlfriend. You want a girlfriend. Just say the word girlfriend. like, what's so hard about saying the word? Like, in this case, remake. You want a remake. Just say remake.
You know what? You know, if... when you re-release the game, re-release it like the fucking Master Chief Collection. Fuck it. When you're doing a collection like this... Like... why don't the games do this more? Where you, like... It's a remake, right? The Halo 2 anniversary. Like the Master Chief Collection, it had a bad start because like the servers were really bad.
Yeah.
But now that shit's amazing. The MCC for its price, all those games, all the Halo games, right?
How much does it cost right now?
Except for 5 in Halo Wars. Huh?
How much does it cost right now?
On Steam. Since it's new.
I think on Steam it's still 60, but I think on Xbone you could buy for less.
Yeah, you could buy for a lot less. Let me see. It was on sale. It's $40
On Steam?
right? On Steam right now, $40, not even on sale.
It's a great deal.
Also, if you only want like Halo 3, $10, right?
Yeah.
Like all the games are separate. You could buy all separately, $10. And if you don't want to pay for like let's say you don't even care about like Halo 1 and Halo Reach and you just want Halo 2 and 3, $20. And the game still works fine. Right? So you could buy the game separately. You could buy it in a collection. And also, Halo 1 and 2 have anniversary modes, which is like basically like new visuals, like a remake kind of in a way. Not in like a Final Fantasy VII remake, but like upgraded. It has upgraded visuals, but if you want to go back to old style, you literally just press a button during gameplay and it switches back. Like, give the ability to switch back to old graphics if you're gonna remake a game. Like, right? Like,
I don't mind it.
Like, let's say they do like let's say you just wanted to go back to like, let's say if you're playing Ocarina of Time 3DS, right? Yeah. Obviously it's a 3DS, but let's say they ported it to the Switch, right? If you just have a button to go back to old style graphics if you want, that'd be cool. That'd just be fine. You could play both ways and it'll be fine.
I think it's cool. I just
I know you wouldn't use it.
No, I'm not saying that I wouldn't use it. I'm saying I think in this case it's just a little hard architecture wise.
Yeah, I mean they did have to do a lot of. I'm just saying like.
I'm just saying
for
like
new remakes.
Yeah, like because for Halo, all those games were like released for like the same thing basically. So like it was a lot easier to implement than it is like trying to implement like 4 different generations of like consoles to like have that.
I mean, yeah, but I mean Halo 3 is still Halo 3. There's no anniversary version, but it is like higher resolution,
Didn't it come
higher
out on the 360, right? Halo 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like game still looks great.
Yeah. That game holds up surprisingly well. The only thing that doesn't hold up are like the character models.
Isn't it Xbox One enhanced too? I think so, right?
Well, it's just straight up like higher resolution, higher
No, I'm saying like
better textures.
when you use your Halo 3 disc on an Xbone. It's enhanced, right? I think so. I know the original Halo is. And Halo 2.
They're all backwards compatible. Yeah, I think they're enhanced. You know what I saw?
What?
The Xbox Series S, which we'll talk about that more on.
Stupid fucking name.
Zelda doesn't have the enhanced mode that the Xbox One X has.
For $300
for some fucking reason.
For $300.
No, but the Xbox One, it's supposed to be more powerful than the Xbox One X.
Is it?
The Series X is the new next gen console, but the S is supposed to be a next gen console too that just plays it.
Wait, is the
440?
This is what I was confused at. Is the Series S basically like a Switch Lite, like type of deal? Like it's like
yeah.
Okay. That's weird. I don't know why that.
With Switch, you're losing like the ability, like the Switch Lite, you're losing the ability to play on TV.
I mean, I guess that's like the compromise they had then, right? It's like.
The compromise here is just resolution.
Yeah.
People are having a lot of talks about that, about whether or not later on down the line, when games get more demanding, will it fall back? Like, will it fall back?
It
Will the Series S like fucking fail? But we'll talk about that.
I mean,
on Zelda.
but like that is certainly like a concern. But I mean, a next gen console for only $300 is just insane.
Yeah, that's good. That's amazing. Props to Xbox for that, and having the pricing like plans too. That's also great.
How much is the Series X cost? It's $350, right? Like the base, like most basic thing you can buy for it, like the pricing plan or whatever.
Like, not the pricing plan, just are you talking about the Series X?
Yes.
The Series X is 500, I believe.
Is it 500?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me see. Which, I mean, it plays games at 4K.
Is it 4K
You know,
native?
it is. Yeah.
Fuck.
It's not upscale. It's just straight up 4K. Some games are 120 frames per second.
Get your fucking shit together, Nintendo.
We might be seeing like YouTube and Elgato catch up on like recording at higher refresh rates. There might be some YouTube videos, because I know there's some YouTube videos out there that like have like weird like resolutions and stuff that are like kind of like tests in a way. Let me see.
Correct me if I'm wrong. YouTube is still stuck at
60.
Yeah, is it still stuck at 60 frames per second, right?
Yeah, but let me see.
Because like for a while wasn't it that 24 was the cap, and then it got expanded to 30?
No, I think it was 30.
Was it always 30?
Straight up. I think it was 30. Because 30 was like...
24 frames per second.
24 was only for movies.
No, 24 frames per second is like the standard for television as well.
I thought it was 30 on television.
That's the refresh rate, but not the frames per second that they use. No,
I know, but
no,
like,
no.
I think digital videos, not digital, like camcorders, right? And like cameras at that time were 30. So I think they would have like have it at 30 frames.
Okay.
Yep.
Like a mental break. Like a mental breakdown in the back of my fucking head.
But yeah, I'm thinking like with these new consoles and them going for like 120 frames per second gameplay, right? And also like, you know, PC gaming all becoming, you know, even more popular nowadays.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see like the same like upgrade that we saw. Like as soon as YouTube had their 60 frames per second option, Elgato was like HD 60. Guys, come on, look, HD 60.
Yeah, you know what I don't
Actually, can newer Elgatos?
I think the what is it? It's the PCIe capture card. I think that one can record 1080 120, but it can't do 4K 120.
I'm looking 4K 60 Pro, which is the new one. It's only I think it passed through. You could do higher refresh rates, but recording is still 60.
I mean, YouTube doesn't
So that
support it,
sucks.
so it's like
There's no reason
yeah.
to. And also, you know, streaming cannot handle higher than that yet.
But what if it could though?
Wait, hold on. Oh no. 4K at 60, and it could do like 1080p at 240 hertz.
Damn.
Okay,
That's pretty good.
that's good.
I mean, you can't.
So
you can't,
we're just waiting for YouTube to catch
yeah.
up.
I think they future-proofed that. That's why.
Yeah.
It's like $400 though for that capture card.
So 1440p for 144 pass through. Wait, pass through?
Yeah, it doesn't support 1440p video.
1080. Wait.
Elgato hates non-standard resolutions. It's always been like this. It's my biggest pain in life.
It says pass through specifically for the 1080p 240, but I'm not seeing recording. Let me
We'll
see.
catch up eventually. That's the point we're making.
Yeah, there's always like a time where, like, I remember when YouTube switched, just everything started like nobody like uploaded like 30 FPS anymore.
Oh no.
Like in gaming wise, though.
Yeah.
Obviously, you still want to upload your regular YouTube videos in 30.
No. 60 frames.
Facts?
You know what I hate? Okay, can I rap about something a little bit?
Yeah.
I hate the people who are like,
Look at my animation. Look at my anime opening that I converted to 60 frames per second.
go fuck yourself.
It's like, if you draw it in 60 frames per second on your own, sure. But if you're getting something that was made in 24 FPS, this also happens with not even animation, but also live action, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, it just looks bad. It looks awful. You're smearing everything. Like like what's happening isn't that
I feel
it's not making
honestly
frames in
like
between.
live action, it works. It doesn't work, but like it looks slightly better because like
if you go, okay, Last of Us, like if you go, which episodes? 3 episodes before the finale, you can see what 30 FPS converted to 60 FPS looks like. It looks fine for the most part, but when there's like big movements, which anime has a lot of big movements,
were you recording those
it
games
looks
in
awful.
30 frames
What
per second?
happened is that my recording software, the Elgato software, I think it was like, because there's 2 different like options you could choose.
Yeah.
Since I was having a tough time recording and like it was like having issues, I was saying like reducing the quality, and also there's allow 60 FPS for preview, right? There's that one, and there's just straight up like record 30 FPS, right?
Oh, I see.
So it's allow 60 FPS and then allow 60 FPS for video preview. And so I think I accidentally clicked on the allow 60 FPS one, which made it 30 FPS. And then
You obviously
the
converted
audio-
it to 60 frames per second for the video.
yeah, and I also had to kind of stretch it out too. So the audio, because the audio was not
Getting desynced all the time because of the conversion.
it was getting super desynced.
Yeah.
But I fixed it. It was fine. It looked awful at parts, but it worked for the most part.
30 frames per second being converted to 60, I feel looks a lot better than 24. Because it's just like, it's not integer. Like this, and this is the thing of like resolution upscaling as well. It's like when you're conforming a non-integer resolution to like a different set, it's like it makes it look disgusting. Like that's why like in old video games, like shimmering whenever you're like just trying to play through a game, like and the screen is scrolling, that's why that shimmering effect happens, because like you're trying to conform a non-standard resolution to like a resolution that it wasn't meant for. Fuck that. Me and my homies hate that.
Can 60 FPS just please become the standard? Please.
I think it's literally just like fucking like I'm safe to fall, right? Okay. I think it's literally just like television companies and stuff not realizing that like, because it's always television. Like resolution changes are always like television. Like the reason they don't change or anything like, or like nothing happens is because of television. Like I think they're just like.
But most TVs nowadays, like.
No. I think they're just television companies are just too stuck in 24. Like, what's so wrong about
I'm
60?
fine with television being at 24.
Yeah, but
I'm just talking about games. Can games just fucking be 60 frames per second? I'm so tired of booting up a game I want to play and it's not 60 FPS. It's like 30 and below. Like it keeps dropping and it's like, this just looks awful to look at.
I don't know how Breath of the Wild runs. It's not. I think it's not a consistent 60. But I don't know how it runs so much better on the Switch than it does on the Wii U.
What?
There's constant frame drops in the Wii U version of.
I know,
Breath of the
but
Wild.
I mean, The Switch is just better. The processing power is all in the Switch. I mean, like, it's just a better console.
What am I doing now?
Like, what is the Wii U have above the Switch that should make the Wii U version run better?
What am I doing? No. I'm not saying like I'm surprised. I'm not saying like I'm surprised in the sense of like that the Switch version runs better. I'm just saying like I'm surprised of like how much the Wii U version like.
I mean, it's
drops.
30 FPS. I think 30 FPS could work if the motion blur they use works well.
Oh.
Like Last of Us 2 was okay. And obviously Breath of the Wild works. You know. Kind of do wish Breath of the Wild was 60. But you know.
We can live with that.
If it's 30 and it's dropping, fuck off. Please, just fuck off. If you're gonna make me play through a 30 FPS game, make that shit 30 on God. I wanted to start Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Zucchini.
Like lately.
Yeah.
But then I was just like, it's 30 FPS, and I'm playing on like the first, not the first model, like a second model of the first PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like the one that's still like the not rounded, right? Not the slim, but it doesn't have like the glossy top.
Oh wait, there was a difference?
It's like, there's a difference.
I didn't know that.
The first ever PlayStation 4 had a glossy top.
Yeah, I know that.
For half width, and also it was like sensitive sensor buttons.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Not actual buttons. Whereas the one I have has its actual buttons that you can click. Difference wise, I don't think there's that much of a difference, but since my consoles run on time, so this thing.
How much time is left?
Let me check. 15 seconds.
Right.
I just want to finish what we were talking about.
Please.
God, back to the original. Okay. Like I was playing Ghost of Tsushima and it was like such a bad frame. I was like, fuck me, man. I'm thinking like, I'm gonna get a PS5. I know I'm gonna get it. I'm hoping there's some like upgrades. 60 FPS on the PS5. I'm just kind of like at this point I'm just praying that like the backwards compatibility to Ghost of Tsushima will make it run better.
No, Harry.
Oh no.
No, Harry.
This is the bane of my existence as a kid.
Do you not like Mario Brothers?
It's okay.
It's admittedly like my least favorite of like the three like Mario series arcade games. Like I would say Donkey Kong Jr. is definitely my favorite. And this one is just kind of like, it's okay.
It's cool though. The blue guys be zipping though. So I just want games to just. I want the standard to be 60. Do not want the standard like. I'm telling like, honestly, I would have liked. Like I would have allowed Last of Us 2 to look exactly the same as how the remastered Last of Us 1 looked.
If we just had a
I just want 60 frames.
frame rate.
Yeah. Like it was so like jarring going from 60 FPS Last of Us to 30 FPS. It's like, meh. Yeah. The standard should not be 30. 30 sucks. Give me 60. If you go to 24 because you want a cinematic look, I want you to go to Europe and have 3 blokes throw acid into your face. Back to the original point that I was making before we went on to console talk. If you're doing a remastered collection, hey, the Master Chief Collection way is the way to go. That's just like the best way.
They have a bunch of fuck ton of bonus content too.
Yeah, and they added stuff like Halo 3. There's like they free battle passes where you play through and you like get coins and you can buy stuff. for Halo 1, they added like customization, like visor colors, weapon skins that you can unlock to make the game like have an incentive to play Halo 1 multiplayer and all that. And they're doing the same for Halo 3, where they're just I don't think they're adding any new armor, but it's like, you know, visors, weapon skins, a lot of cool stuff.
It's a good standard to go by.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say that I wish the MCC had, but it just doesn't work in the way it is, right? It's because all of it, the games are all like basically together. So there are campaign playlists or like only Scorpion levels, right? Tank levels.
Yeah.
And it'll give you all the tank levels from every game, every game's campaign. And then the multiplayer, you can choose like, I want to search for Halo 1 games, Halo 2, and Halo Reach games, and it'll only search for those. So it's all like kind of like in one, but I kind of do miss the old menus from those games. Like the Halo 3 menu and its look. And you kind of lose that in the collection, but I mean, it's like at least it's cycled through like the original themes, so we still have that.
Oh my god.
What were we talking about before? I talked about Mario.
I don't even remember.
This isn't Nintendo's first time like doing a fucking limited release too. There's obviously like
so Mario All-Stars for Wii was originally released at...
Was the original All-Stars limited?
No.
Like on the Super Nintendo?
I believe this, like I said, I think this...
Were you there? Did you know?
No. Did you come?
Yes.
I believe the second version of All-Stars was like limited to like a certain store. But like that happens occasionally now as well, so fuck it, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But the first version of All-Stars was re-released on the Wii for Mario's 25th anniversary, and that was a limited release until I think
But it was physical though.
Yeah.
And I can understand physical scarcity because, you know, it's a physical thing.
But to bring up the point of digital scarcity, Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Anniversary Edition just is gone from the eShop on 3DS.
It was only on the eShop 1 month, right?
No. It was on the eShop for like 3 years. It was from...
Or what was the 1 month thing?
I think it was a limited edition of Donkey Kong on 3DS. It was like only available for like a month. That included the Cement Factory level.
Hold on.
Yes, I'm using a fucking analog stick for this fucking thing. Sue me. This game controls weird.
I'm looking at this petition. Release Legend of Zelda 4 Swords 25th Anniversary Edition on the Nintendo eShop again. People are signing it now. Wait, what? Is this new? I'm seeing people sign up right now. There's no way.
I mean, I own it, so like, I don't care like to get it myself. But like, man, like, why make it?
Like,
why make this scarce?
It's like, what's the point?
Like, the original version, like, and the worst part about it is that like, in the case of like the 3D All,
it's a 3DS game.
No, in the case of 3D All Stars, right? It's like, well, you know, it's just a port of the original game, but the Anniversary Edition includes a bunch of new stuff that wasn't in the Game Boy Advance version.
It happens.
It's just super.
You can still
lazy.
Download it, right?
No. Like if you bought if you bought it before.
Like, yeah.
If you bought it before, you can download it.
Okay.
But if
you don't want a game you can't download.
But if you didn't have the chance to get it when it was available, fuck you.
Let me see.
Is this a hot take? The GameCube controller still has my favorite stick of all time. I fucking love the GameCube controller stick.
It's a nice stick. I love the triggers. I love how the triggers
feel amazing.
There's also the Metroid Prime trilogy.
But that's available on Wii now. On the Wii U rather.
Yeah. But before it was only for like 4 months.
Yep.
That's stupid. It's just like, what's the point? Like, there's no point. Like, people are gonna buy it regardless. Just like let's say some kid who wanted a Mario, wanted to play all the Mario games, get their birthday's in April and they get the Switch. They're like, oh, I can't wait to play Mario. And then, oh, fuck you. Buy off of some scalpers on eBay.
Named Loos.
Oh, it's $1 million. I'll pay for it.
I'm so upset that I have a cap limit on how much I'm allowed to sell on eBay because I just haven't sold enough things.
What's the cap?
Right now, I can only sell something for $500.
Stop the cap.
On God,
I mean, $500
on God
would
in
be
heaven,
fine.
please stop the cap. Why am I still playing this? Go fuck it. Go fuck Nintendo. Bye.
Wait, we go fucking.
I'm gonna hit this pow. Bang. I'm gonna hit that. Fuck.